Every high and crushing low taught me something invaluable: resilience. I began documenting my journey, recording every lesson and every step towards rebuilding my success and my mental, even if no one else was watching. I didn't know where this path would lead, but I had Frank, Rosario, and the memories of everything I built and lost, fueling my determination. What you're about to see is my journey, the highs, the lows, and every moment in between, captured during a time when I was all alone, but never defeated. I'm going to get back to being a millionaire. No matter what, I will make it.
Alright, welcome guys to another video. I don't know when the last video I made was. Just edit this. I don't know the last video I made, but let's get into it. Hopefully it wasn't too long ago. So Bitcoin price, again, I don't have a phone right now. I will have a phone soon. I will have one. So Bitcoin price right now is edging is so weird. Ayo, it's edging at 69,000, and Ethereum is at 2,500. So what's going on? How's everything going? I want to believe the last video was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like beginning of October. Today's date, by the way, is October 28th. So if I made only 2 videos this month, then probably a lot of shit has probably happened. So let's go through it. So far, you know, I always start with like the relationship of Frank and all that stuff. I don't know if I went through it too much, but basically I fixed everything that he had done to his Verizon account. He literally tried to port everything out to AT&T because he went into a store and they got him. He's super gullible on this stuff, and I try to protect him from it best I can. But you know him, he's very like strong-headed and stuff. So he's like, "Oh, I can do it." I'm like, "No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, please." And somehow he does it anyways, and then I gotta fix it. So, but that was fun. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I think the relationship now is a lot better than it was. And, at least for me, I think for him, it's kind of like the same. And I don't know. I think it's nice because it's like, I'm not around as much, so I don't stress him out as much as well, because it's like, for me, I'm like a omen, right? Anytime I come through, I'm like, oh, here's some news that you probably should know, or here's some bad news for this, or something. You know, for him, it's like, you know, I'm bad news in a sense. You know, he doesn't want bad news. He wants good news. And you know, with me not being around, he doesn't really have to worry too much about that too much, you know. He's doing his own thing, so if it's bad news, it's on his own terms, you know, which is good for him. And then I'm still helping on the side with, you know, him paying some bills and stuff like that, but it's not to the same degree as like being there, you know. I think it's for anyone who's watching, it's kind of like if you were to sleep at work, right? You would hate it if you were basically living at where you worked, you know, and basically you were being told what to do even on your times where you're just trying to just relax, and you have no sense of, I don't want to say privacy, because you kind of do, you know, in your own sense when you're not working, but at the same time you have that feeling in the back of your mind about like, oh shit, what if somebody comes in, and what if I have to do this, or, you know, you're always on edge, you know. Hey yo, you're always on edge because you don't know when something's gonna come up, or if you have to do something last minute, you know. And with the distance that I put between myself and him and Rosario and stuff, it's nice because now they have to do, you know, stuff themselves. They can't rely on me for everything. And then also, you know, I will help with some things, but I can also deny certain things, you know. Or, you know, I'm not here, I can't do that right now, so just wait. Like, it fosters a relationship that relies on trust a little bit more, and also relies on, wait, patience, which is something he doesn't really have like that. So, no, but that whole thing has been going pretty good, and I really enjoy it now. So now it's kind of like a few days ago, I went out with Rosario and Jose. We got pizza and came back, gave Frank some pizza, and it was just really cool. We just, all hung out, talked about, stuff, and it was chill. So that's good. Another thing, and you'll probably notice that my mood is so much better now because of what I'm going to be telling you guys. That will probably be the next echelon of this momentum that I'm bringing, that I'm introducing. So if I talk about work's been very interesting, because work has just been shit. I mean, it's been okay, but it's been shit. Like, good enough to pay the bills, good enough to get me by, but it's not the amount of work that you're putting in every single day, and the people, the aspects, I told you guys last video that guys should know your worth, and at a job like this right now, at this moment, because obviously they might change commission or something like that, and that's always a changing environment, it's not where I want to be. Like, I don't want to be here for like 2 years. Like, my Verizon job, when I had Verizon, I loved being there. Like, I was getting paid what I wanted to be paid. And I was very happy being there. Like, I could put up with the bullshit, I could put up with all this stuff, but I was getting paid good, to basically be there and, do my job. Whereas here, there's not really any kind of appreciation factor. There's a lot of micromanaging, which is fine. I don't really mind that too much. But when it's micromanaging on stuff that doesn't make sense at all, and there's no real logic to it other than, it just needs to be done. Like, that's not. You should have, if you're going to tell your people you need to do this, you need to have a good reason why, and how it's going to benefit them, and how it's going to make them money. Because if the things that you're pitching doesn't, for the bosses and the district managers, the things that they're pitching doesn't make you any money, why should you sell it? As a salesperson, you want to sell things that are going to make you money, and you're going to sell things that you're going to not sell things that don't make you money. So I think there's some flawed logic with some of the stuff here. Being in sales for so long, like, I've never been at a company where they wanted you to sell things that didn't make you any money. When I was at Verizon, everything made you money. The phones that you sold, the accessories that you sold, the plans didn't really matter. So that's, for here, it's just to kind of go a little bit deeper so that way some people understand. The plans you sell matter. The everything on the account matters, So you can get a random account that has really nothing you can do to it, and you might not get paid for it because you just pulled up the wrong person, the wrong account. It's random. It's literally how do I say it, when you roll just a dice. That's basically it is. It's just random, bro. And obviously there's going to be opportunities where you can, progress as a salesperson. You can go ahead and make your own way, and, and talk the talk and all that stuff. But that's a lot of work to do. That's a lot of work to do for almost nothing. I'm talking about maybe $100 or less. $100 or less, doing a lot of work. I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 hours. Not really hours, I'm kind of exaggerating, but I mean, like, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to do like so much work, and it's not beneficial for the customer either. Like, I've never been at a job where it's like you sell, and like literally like the things that you have to sell to make money for yourself is bad for the customer. Like, it's bad. It's terrible. Like, I'm talking about increasing their bill like $20, $30, $40 or whatever in a time where the economy is not that somebody can't afford it. Obviously, any salesperson who's going to watch this is going to be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be looking at it like what they're going to afford, because you don't know what somebody can afford. True. But I'm just saying, on average, when 80 to 90% of your customers can't, like a guarantee can't, and 10% to 15% can, that's an issue. That's a problem. That's a issue with the commission structure, because the commission relies on you to pull up accounts and basically ideally get accounts that have opportunities or things that you can change. And if there's nothing that you could change, and the customer definitely tells you that they don't want to change it, then it messes. That whole perception is fucking slimy as fuck. So yes, there are salespeople that will do it. They'll go ahead and throw everything on and whatever just to make their commission. But I don't want to turn into a slime ball. I'm sorry, I don't. Car salesmen don't really have to do it. Verizon people don't have to do it. Why do we have to do it? Doesn't make sense. So the effort and integrity that I still want to keep as a salesperson matters to me. Although I could be slimy as fuck and get the worst reviews ever, I don't want to do that. And obviously there have been salespeople that haven't done that, and I've looked at what they do. And a lot of times it's just not telling the customer certain things. And yeah, numbers matter. If you do it to more than more people, eventually those numbers will correlate, to basically to basically get you to where you need to be. But again, that's like giving 120% of what to a job that doesn't really give you that same like ratio. What I'm trying to say is, for the people out there who have done sales before and have been in multiple different areas of sales, outside sales, indoor sales, retail sales, all the sales, different things, I think you guys will know a little bit more about what I'm talking about than what the normal average person will. Because I think if you've been around the block a little bit, you understand that it's like, you know your worth, right? You know where a good commission structure is and where a bad one is, especially if you've made like more than 70K a year. And this one's just tragic. I'm talking about I'm not even making 36,000 a year, so it's garbage. Anyways, aside from my rant on work, work is going decent, right? It's going okay. Now, 2 weeks ago, I had somebody come in, or like 1 week ago, something like that. But I had somebody come in who actually works for a company, and they sell, and he's like the CEO of this franchise that sells gutters. And so, he was talking to me about the stuff, and he was like, you know what? I like how you present yourself. I like how you sell. It's with integrity, and you have really good flow, conversational. Go ahead and take down my number, and I want to go ahead and try to get you into my team. And so I took down his number. I think 3 or 4 days ago, I had a short conversation with him about basically going to their location in a couple weeks to see what they're all about and see what the money would be. Ideally, I want a situation where if I were to transition to a new job, by the way, this job would be at least, at the very minimum, 20K more than what I get paid now, right? At the very minimum, right? So it's either what I get paid now, plus commission, or it's way more. And either way, I think that's way better, because gutters, in the sense of what I've researched, gutters is a little bit easier because, one, it's industrial stuff and it's commercialized and it's residential, and the price tag is a lot more. I sell one gutter, it's basically the price tag of selling like 3 or 4 phones. Sorry, about 5 or 6 phones, something like that. But anyways, like, it's just more, it's one product and it's more money, and it's something that a lot of people need. They need that. You don't really need a phone, right? If your house messes up or you want to sell your house, you're going to need gutters. So, and there's just different styles. There's different ways that you can do it. But overall, that's so much better than, and again, I'm used to a lot of the construction process too. So it kind of sits right on my lap. And so I think that's a better opportunity that I'm going to maneuver, as long as I maneuver it smartly. Now, one thing I'll tell you guys, if you're going to transition jobs, it is scary. It's super scary, and that's why a lot of people don't do it, right? You wait until either the job fires you or something like that, and then you go into your new job. Okay, now you have some security, right? The thing with transitioning jobs is you have to make sure that you will be set up. So my biggest thing right now, when I talked to him and I said, you know what, the number one thing I need to make sure is that I am good with my rent and everything like that as I transition. I cannot be in a situation where when I go to this new job where there's no safety net, where I'm not getting paid training or anything like that. So biggest things, paid training, so that way when you get in, you're basically getting paid at least, hopefully, what you basically got paid at the last job or more, right? So if I can get paid roughly about $2,500 or $2,800, somewhere in that range, then I'll be good, right? Secondly, you got to make sure your rent is paid for the prior month, or you have enough money to cover rent for that month, right? Just in case shit goes wrong or something's not right or it's not exactly what you think. You need to have a backup plan where you can at least afford next month's rent. So I made sure that I would have enough to basically make sure that for at least 1 month of rent, so assuming that it didn't go well or anything like that, that I'd be able to get a new job within a month or something like that, right? And thirdly, you need to be just on guard. You need to ask all the questions you can. Okay, when do I get paid? How does this work? How does this work? That's why I'm going to the place, to make sure everything's good. I'm going to ask all the questions I can, because I want to make sure, and I want to make sure that it's on the contract that I signed too, because I need to make sure that if I'm going to put in my 2-week notice, that it's final, it's done. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with the job stuff. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll have more info on that. Also, guys, going to see my family. After 3 years or so, I am finally going back to Virginia to see my family. I think, I don't know if it was 2021 or 2022, but I think at the very beginning of the series, I did talk about that, but I don't know if it was 2021 or 2022. I think it was 2022. So I think there is a video of me talking about it, because I went out there, but I'm not too sure, right? So I will go see my family starting tomorrow. I'll go to Virginia for like 4 or 5 days, and that's gonna be honestly the best ever. I'm really, really excited, because it has been a while. So no, that would be cool. And then yeah, man, it's just a really nice feeling to go and spend time with the fam and be cool with all that. So, you know, yeah, I haven't done that in, you know, God knows how long. So that would just be cool. Get to see my sisters, get to see everything, and get another tattoo. So that's gonna be awesome. And yeah, I don't know what else to say after that, really. Also, I'm doing the series starting, I think, 1 to 2 weeks from now. I have my editor, he's all set up. I just got to do a couple extra things. So my this series is finally gonna get posted in probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. Finally starting on that. I'm super excited. I did all the audio, I did all that stuff, so I recorded everything, and I think that the first episode, the introduction, it's not going to be the vlogs, it's going to actually be something prior to the vlogs, to give context to everyone who's watching these videos, and just let them know about what's going on and stuff like that. So super excited about that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and then pause. I've been on hiatus on that. I just haven't been able to write, and I'm hoping that in the next like day or so, I have the ability to write, since I'll be away from the computer and stuff like that. It kind of forces me to be in a mode where I have to be a little bit more creative, and I feel like I needed some kind of break in order to get me back. And just because I've been working for the last 2 to 3 months straight. I mean, there have been some interims there have been some pauses in between, but there hasn't been, I don't think there's actually been like a break, like an actual vacation that I could honestly be like, hey, now I feel good. I feel, you know, relieved from everything. Like, you know. So it's just been busy. Ever since I moved in, it's just been one thing to another. So, yeah, so that'll be interesting. And, yeah, man, I just can't wait. I can't wait for everything to kind of pan out and see what's going on. And last but not least, I updated you guys last time about MovieBot. Same stuff. Ryan hasn't really got back to me about it, but I basically pitched all the issues and things I think we should change and stuff like that. And I'm just waiting for the new developer build so that way I can continue making MovieBot videos. So that'll be interesting once I get the new build for that. So yeah, and I think that's it. So you guys take it easy, have a good one, and see you later.
Who's the devil, dog? You are. Who's the devil, dog? You are. Who is he? Who is he? Who is he?
There's a little spot on the side. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get that one right there. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you get that. Okay. Keep going. Right. A little. Yeah. Right there. Make sure he looks good. Spice it up. Spice it up a little bit. Keep going. Oh no, he's got a little. Right there. Yeah. There you go.
Open.
Stop.
Open.
Okay. Hey.
I got a towel.
Hey, you looking $1 million. Looking at. No, I'm good. Looking $1 million. Oh yeah. Keep. Hey, get him. Keep getting.
I got you. Let me get you
Hey,
straight.
yeah.
man.
Let's get.
Let me get you straight.
Let's get you straight. Woo!
Let me get you. Oh shit, you got some hair missing. Hold on, we're gonna get you straight. Say, brother.
Hey, you looking good. You looking good, brother. You looking. Hey,
Bro,
Shit, I missed.
So if you thought the video was good, please give it a like and share. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see the rest of the story unfold. This project is so close to my heart, and your support keeps it going. Thanks so much. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time in the archives of a Shiba Millionaire.
Consistency of work. Monday, get better. Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better. You do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And then you can get to where you want to go.